You, watching this as a living man or a living woman, are the highest authority in the land. Yes, you. It's very easy to forget that, isn't it? That we, as living men and women, are the highest authority in the land. We forget. And yet, somehow, these governments, these big corporations, these councils, these utility companies, the police, the courts, and all of these other people seem to think that they are above us. But of course they're not. The only thing above us, of course, is our Creator, whatever that might be. God, the universal mind, the universe itself, something, who knows? Whatever it was that created man, placed us in this domain, this land, this world, whatever that is. And everything else we have created. We have created governments. We have created councils. We have created corporations. These are all ideas. They're entities that actually do not exist. They only exist because man or woman have created them. Therefore, they have to be below us. Our authority is above them. This is blatantly obvious. So that you, as a living man or a living woman, are the highest authority in the land. And yet, somehow, these governments, which are now corporations, these councils, which are also now corporations, registered businesses on Dun and Bradstreet, the courts, the police, the bailiffs, all of these people seem to think, for whatever reason, that they have authority over us. And the only way they get authority over us is if we give them that jurisdiction, if we acquiesce, if we contract with them. They're in the world of commerce. We are the highest authority in the land. And not only that, you watching this, not only as the highest authority in the land, are also the executor and sole beneficiary and title holder of that legal fiction that has been generated from a birth certificate, the all caps name that your passport, your bank account, your bills come in, everything that comes to you in the all caps name. You are the executor and sole beneficiary and title holder of that. The people who are supposed to look after that and everybody else, these corporations and what have you, they are the trustee. That makes us extremely powerful. We are extremely powerful. And yet we've forgotten that. These banks with their impressive buildings, these councils with their dramatic buildings, the government with their big houses of parliaments, they make us feel as if we are subservient. But we're not. They are our servants. In theory, you should be able to walk into the council as a living man and go straight to, I don't know, let's say the planning department and say, I am a living man, I have the highest authority in the land, and I demand and I instruct you to take down immediately all the 5G towers. We don't want them. Thank you very much. You should be able to go to the Houses of Parliament. You should be able to go to number 10 Downing Street and get to the gate where the policeman and say, stand aside, servant. I wish to see the Prime Minister. I have the highest authority in the land. I am a living man. You are merely an employee of a corporation, a dead entity, an idea, something that is below man. Stand aside. I demand to see the Prime Minister. You should be able to knock on number 10 door and say to whoever it is who opens the door, the aide, and say, stand aside. I wish to see the Prime Minister. No, you can't see him. He's in the middle of a meeting. No, never mind that. I have the highest authority in the land. I'm a living man. I am afraid you are my servant. And the same, the Prime Minister is your servant. You should be able to demand from him exactly the same. Stop this 5G, stop the net zero, stop giving away our money to war zones, cease and desist. You are not doing as I wish, so therefore stop it. Of course, that's the theory. In practice, these people, unfortunately, are very ignorant, and they still think that they have authority. They've got these suits that they wear, these comedy outfits, a policeman in his comedy outfit and a clown outfit to say, no, 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 I have authority. We see that at these various evictions. You've probably seen the videos of Bannerman in which the police are saying, no, 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 we've got the authority here because we're all dressed up as police. And they do not know that the living man or woman has that authority over them. I don't know whether this has been done before, whether people have actually done what I'm going to suggest, because you see a lot of people, it seems, to go on protests, a lot of people who seem to fill in petitions, all this sort of asking and begging and requesting from the government, as if they are victims, as if they are subservient. I don't know whether people have actually bothered to write a letter as a living man or a woman and reminded these people whom they are our servants, and simply said, look, I am the highest authority in the land, and I demand you to cease and desist with the 5G. I demand you to stop these net zero agenda. I demand you to do as we bid, not what you want. Has anybody done that? I'm going to start writing letters as the highest authority in the land because I am a living man. I am the executor and sole beneficiary and title holder of the legal fiction that was created when I was born, not birthed. And I'm going to demand these people to stop. One man ought to be able to do that because he's the highest authority in the land. But they won't necessarily take much notice because they are ignorant of what is lawful. However, if many of us start to write to these MPs, to these prime ministers, to these councillors, to these various people who think they are in authority over us, and remind them, hold on a second, I'm a living man. I am the highest authority in the land, and I am instructing you to stop these nasty policies, to take them away, to go and start doing what we want, not what you want. So there you go. You are the highest authority in the land. You have that power. We should use it.